Sometime in the past, I don't know, 250 years, Americans decided that the most important thing to them is no longer freedom, it's no longer liberty, it's no longer the right to operate as the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence said we should. The Americans have decided that what they want is security. They want comfort. These are the most important things. And let me tell you why. So I'm going to start with my lifetime because I know that things have been going on before this. I mean, see Asians in 1945, for example. But with George W. Bush, that was the first president that I remember. I was about 5 years old, 6 years old when he was elected. When George W. Bush implemented the Patriot Act, and the TSA became a thing after 9/11. This infringement was almost across the board not resisted, as far as I can tell. People were so scared about the idea of 9/11 happening again that they many wholeheartedly supported the implementation of the TSA. These are unelected people who are paid very little money to do a job that is not even, one, worth doing, two, effective, and three, something that should be even close to allowed in this country. These people can stop you, search you, take things from you. They can hold you indefinitely, all on suspicion. And it doesn't work. Drugs still get smuggled on planes. It's easy. There are a lot of people who can bring weapons. There's ways to do it, to circumvent this. Planes can still be commandeered with about as much ease as before. The TSA does not work. It's just an illusion of security. And that's what Americans want. They want to be told that they're safe. Let me give you another example. The one that most people are going to remember is COVID. So, lockdowns. Not just the US economy was crippled by lockdowns, but the lives of tens of millions of people were lost because of our lockdowns. People in third world countries died. Millions of starvation. People begged for the rules. They begged for the guidelines. They begged for the mask mandates. They begged for the vaccinations. Did they care what any studies said about efficacy? Did they care how the trials were conducted and if the vaccines or the vaccines or the mandates were approved or effective? Did they care if it was constitutional? Did they care that all of the approval process for these vaccines was expedited times a million to speed up the FDA approval? Did they care about the disclosure of the results that's not going to be done until 2050? Did they care about the HIPAA violations that were committed en masse by the US government? Did they care about the lab leak hypothesis that became almost an incontrovertible fact with the documents that were leaked by Project Veritas, that, by the way, you can go find on my live videos on this channel under Project Veritas Bombshell Fauci or something like that. Go take a look if you don't believe me. But no one cared. No one cared about any of these things. You know why? Because it was an illusion of security. They wanted to be safe. Not only that, they wanted to feel safe. They didn't really care if they were safe or not. They just wanted to feel safe. They didn't care about knowing the truth. They didn't care if these things actually worked. The thing that they cared about was feeling safe. Look, we're told so many lies. We're told, you're free. And I think I've just demonstrated that we are not free. We're told all men are equal and that the justice system is blind to socioeconomic status, to race, and all of these things. We know for an incontrovertible fact that none of that is true. You can circumvent the justice system, and everybody knows it if you have a lot of money. Think about all the NFL stars or people like Kobe Bryant, who, accused of raping a 15-year-old and gets away with not a single bit of taint on his legacy because he had the money to do it. The justice system is completely broken. We're told that the press is free and that it holds politicians accountable and the government accountable. It doesn't. It's bought out. It's in their pocket. You've got Fox News on one side and you've got all the rest on the other. And both of them simp for their respective parties Everything with Fox News, everything the Republicans do is good, and everything the Democrats do is bad. With everybody else, everything the Republicans do is bad, and everything that the Democrats do is good. This is the state of things. It's completely partisan. Everyone is bought. Everyone. We have owners. We don't have politicians and big corporations. We have owners. They own us. The people that own the politicians, they own us too. In every sense of the word. We're told that our vote counts. I'm going to leave that alone. We're told that businesses are honest and that they care about their communities. You know, good being done is out of the goodness of their hearts. It doesn't have to do with the tax write-offs. Or they don't want some feel-good story. I just heard yesterday that there's a certain large corporation where I live that they won't give money to people who have brain injuries, who are, you know, unsympathetic people. Maybe their brain injury is a result of a drug-related fight or a gunshot wound or something. But they will give that money to help a kid who has cerebral palsy get a new piece of equipment. And it's all because that feel-good story of the little kid makes them look better, and it gets them attention. And what does that equal? Bottom line. And it doesn't hurt that all that money that they donate is a write-off on their taxes. That's exactly the way that it is. This sounds very cynical, but I'm in a bad mood, and I just want to be really honest. We're told that we're the good guys. Ask Libya about that. Ask Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan. Ask how good are we? How are we the ones that the rest of the world should follow and emulate? We're told the police are good and they're pillars of the community. I have personally experienced police being complete and utter tyrants with the power that they're given. Many police are high school bullies who are taking out their aggressions or their insecurities on people that they have power over. Absolutely evil people. Now, I know there are good cops. I'm aware. I think that the good cops are way outnumbered by the bad ones, and the good cops are mostly silent. No one questions any authority. News, politicians, promises the politicians make, election results, schools, universities, parents, none of this is questioned. This is taken as a matter of course by us. We lay down because we want that illusion of security that makes us feel like everything's being done right, because guess what? If the authority is lying, the authority is wrong, and things are not being done right, what does that mean? What that means is that the system is inherently broken and has to be overturned or reformed or changed in some way. And we're comfortable. We're comfortable. We have all the money and all the things that we want. We have social media. We are absolutely absorbed in social media. What do people want to be? Influencers. People want to go online and go viral and make millions of dollars. That's what people are interested in. They're not interested in changing things for the better. They couldn't care less. Why are people on TikTok? They don't educate themselves and then educate others. They go take the first catchy thing that they can hear and spit it out in a way that is maybe clever or funny so they can get a lot of clicks. And if they do purport to say something that might be educational, they say it from a political or sociological bent that is so controversial, it's going to get them attention. That's what they want. Because the reality of life is that things are much more simple than we make them. Humans turn it into drama. We want the drama. People don't care. They don't want to think. And they can't deal with things like the crashing economy, the gas prices going through the roof, the reasons that might be out there for claims of election fraud, the reasons that the thing that happened at the Capitol on January 6th, 2021 happened. What they've heard from the news media, and the media narrative is just, this is an insurrection, and the evil so-and-sos did so-and-so. They follow the media narrative and refuse to look at any other angle, because what that would do is it would destroy that image of the happy little America. The American dream that we've been told our whole lives is a thing. Speaking of that, nobody will rock the boat on things like LGBT rights, MAPS, BLM, because they're afraid of the mob. Things like drag queens stripping for little kids, right? The mob that does the bidding of the big corporations and the politicians and the corporate press. They get fleeced and dressed down by these people, and they become drones because they don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to be canceled. They don't want to speak out. And what that results in is a bunch of people, heads down, shuffling along. The only joy in their life is going to find the next new gadget, the next new iPhone. Hey, this one has a toaster on it, honey. Can we get that? Can we use it to connect to our dildo and make that vibrate just a little whenever we want to in public? Is that the extent of what we're doing? The next little gadget, the next little toy that a large corporation puts out, that's the focus of our lives? What about nature and beauty and learning and raising kids to be responsible and spending time with your family that's not gathered around a screen, or worse yet, on your own screens off somewhere else? What is it with people that they've lost what's important and what should be valued about life? Our taskmasters, the people in charge, do not want an informed populace. What they want is people who are subdued and quiet and do as they're told. They want all of these things from us, and we oblige them. As a society, we give in. We scream, my body, my choice, until we feel threatened. And then we say, yes, force me and everyone around me. We see nothing objectionable about you forcing us to have a non-reversible medical procedure that we may or may not have a severe reaction to, just so we can go see a movie or have a beer. That's okay with us. Where is the my body, my choice? Because that truly is a my body, my choice situation. And they do it all because some little 5'0" Oompa Loompa of a man stood on TV and told them that what he said is the right thing. It doesn't matter that it's the opposite of what he said a month ago, and it doesn't matter that he's going to reverse it a month from now. But he has a Napoleon complex, and he's very confident, and so people do what they're told. Wake up. Seriously, what is it going to take? We already have a president with the lowest approval rating ever. The cultural zeitgeist right now is that of the will of the elites and the radicals who support them, whether knowingly or unknowingly, and I think mostly unknowingly. We have to resist, and we have to be strong. We have to be informed. And most importantly, I think, we have to question everything. Everything. And I mean that. Every authority figure. Parents should never present themselves as an unquestionable authority figure. Professors in universities, teachers in schools, politicians, if any of these people present themselves as an unquestionable authority, they should be discounted immediately, and you should get the hell out of there. Never come back. Stay away from people like that. So this isn't usually the type of video that I make. This was just kind of a rant. So let me know if you liked it. You can follow me on Twitter at SeattleiteJ. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think of this type of video, because I will make more of them. I have a lot of thoughts about things like this. So that's about it. Links in the description for the merch store and Subscribe Star, and I will see you guys next time.